Hey, everybody, welcome to Noticeably Invisible. My name is Dave Lazat, and I'm your host for this show. And today I have a wonderful guest here, someone who makes so many people smile and laugh. His name is Vinny Falso. Welcome to our show, Vinny.
Hello.
Vinny, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, how we know each other, I guess, because we've gotten to know each other over the past year a little bit.
Oh, Dave,
Yes.
I've been here for 29 years almost
When you say here, where do you mean?
at Perspectives.
At Perspectives Corporation. So you're someone who receives services through Perspectives Corporation, right? And what kind of services do you currently receive?
Getting jobs and looking for new jobs here and there.
So they help you with employment seeking and things like
Yes.
that. And you're also part of our day services here at
Yes.
Perspectives, right?
Yeah.
And what kind of stuff do you do with the day services?
I go out for activities.
Mhm.
I'm on the prom committee,
You're on the prom committee. What do you do on the prom committee?
planning proms.
You plan the prom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I plan it, host it, run it,
And I
and
think
chaperone.
there's a prom coming up, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah. What's that? What's the theme of the prom?
Hawaiian theme. and I'm gonna
Hawaiian
be
theme.
there.
Yeah.
I hope you're there too.
Oh, so I heard that you're going to be dressing up.
Yeah,
You want to describe that a little bit?
yeah. So it's gonna be with a hat, some flip-flops and
It's a flip flop.
a Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, yeah. You got your hat picked out?
Yeah.
You always wear a hat. You're not wearing a hat right now, but you
No.
typically are, right?
But it's not gonna be this one. It's gonna be the straw hat in my basement.
Oh, okay. You got a nice straw hat.
Yeah.
You also have a retro Dunkin' Donuts hat that you wear that I love.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like the old Dunkin' Donuts
Yeah.
signs. So it's very cool. Vinny, tell me a little bit about your background. So I know you went to high school. It sounds like you were a pretty popular guy in high school. Tell me about that.
Well, what I did in high school, I went on a awesome field trip to Riverside Park in Massachusetts, and it's called Six Flags.
Oh, you went to Six Flags when you were in high school? You guys did a field trip there?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like my senior activity,
Okay.
and I had two of them. The banquet on the Bay Queen.
Oh, nice, nice. One of the things that when I first met you, that you really wanted to share with me was how much you were involved in dating in high school. That was something you wanted to tell me about, all your different relationships and
Yep.
things like that. So it sounds like you were a pretty popular guy, but you also had a lot of
Yeah.
friends and different types of relationships,
I
right?
still do.
You still do. Yeah, you're a pretty social guy, I
Yeah.
gotta say. Everybody
Yeah.
knows Vinny.
Yep, and everyone I went to school with, I want to see more.
Yeah.
And I want to see them come here to the prom.
You would love for your high school friends to come to your prom? Yeah.
I haven't seen them, just like I said, in 31 years.
Yeah. Oh, it's been 31 years.
Yeah,
So you graduated high school, right?
yep,
Yeah.
back in 93.
93.
And we were, I want to say, the 50th class that graduate.
Okay.
And we had 132 people in my class.
Yeah. What did that feel like to graduate?
It felt good. It felt awesome. It felt like I was like on the top of the world.
Yeah. Did you go to your graduation and everything? And
Yeah.
yeah. So you had some people in your family that were pretty proud of you?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, my aunts, my uncles, my niece, my cousins.
Yeah. So you live with your dad currently, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still do.
You still live with him, yeah.
Yep.
On more of like a sad note, though, your mom has passed, right?
Yes. Yeah,
And
she
that-
had leukemia.
She had leukemia, and that was,
Really bad.
you were saying it's going to be coming up on 1 year for that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Next month.
that's been pretty tough, right?
yeah, it has been.
Yeah.
Because ever since I was at the hospital, I had gotten very little sleep.
Yeah.
I got 3 hours sleep. Everyone got 3 hours sleep. I mean, we were like,
You were there often, right?
no, all day.
All day.
And no one left. No one went home to go sleep in their own bed.
Yeah.
We slept right in the hospital in the room. I tried to catch some Z's in the lobby area on a small bed, and I was like cramped.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah.
When my Uncle Bill said that she was taking her last breath, I was like, what? Oh no, this can't be. And then that's when I just cried.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop. It was tough on all of us.
So I can only imagine what that must have felt like back then, but I know that it still weighs on you today,
Yeah.
right? It's yeah.
But back then, my mom was a pretty woman. She liked to cook, she liked to travel.
Yeah.
And she did a lot of things when she was younger, like climb stairs, do the laundry, cook.
She was a really independent person, it sounds
Very
like.
independent.
Yeah.
But now it's tough because my dad took over the cooking and obviously me.
Yeah.
And it's still gonna be tough. Even over the holidays on her birthday, and just like I said, the holidays. Now, me and my dad going to Florida for Thanksgiving, going up to New Hampshire
Yeah.
on Columbus Day. It's gonna just bring back all the memories.
So that's something that I wanted to ask you about because it sounds like for you and your father, keeping some of those routines and those things that you guys all did,
Yeah.
the three of you, keeping those going has been important to you.
Mhm.
And you just brought up Florida, and that's something
Yeah,
that you used to all do together.
yeah. And every time it would be in a store
Mhm.
and I saw my son making a weird face, my mom would be busting out laughing and she would have to, 2 minutes later, run towards the rest area without having an accident.
She would laugh so hard that she would make herself have to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she actually did. She actually worked herself. It was just couldn't.
Yeah.
She just couldn't make it.
Yeah.
And I said, "Mom, you better go before you do have an
So
accident."
so she loved to laugh, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every time she laughed, she would be laughing and crying at the same time. I'm trying not to wet herself.
So tell me a little bit about your Florida trips. It sounds like you had a lot of memories about those.
She
Yeah.
would like to go shopping, out to eat.
And you guys would drive down there?
Yeah, we drive,
Yeah.
never fly.
Yeah.
My mom, yeah, she was afraid of heights and
Okay.
still is.
Yeah.
But when she sees planes go like this,
Yeah.
way up in the sky, she would afraid to be looking down.
So what are some of the things that when you think about those road trips down to Florida that you remember and you kind of think back on and smile?
The cooking.
Yeah. How about the rides? Like just being together?
Down
Yeah.
and staying overnight.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you look back at those now with some sadness, but also you're able to kind of reminisce and smile about them, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because every time I want to go down there now, it's just gonna make me feel kind of choked up a little bit.
Sure.
Because that's what my mom loved.
Yeah.
And that's what she liked. And now without her, I'm gonna have to have all the beignets to myself. Like my mom liked the beignets.
You like the beignets?
Yeah.
Beignets are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She had good taste.
yeah, and she used to like to poke around the carousel store and the Florida linens
Hmm.
and the dollar store down there.
Yeah.
But she never went with any of the walks with us, but she was more a beach bum. She used to sit on the beach, go into the water
Yeah.
and read a book, and then one time she came with me to the tiki bar and ordered drinks. And I'm gonna miss that so much.
Yeah. So when you and your dad go now, you guys are trying to create new memories,
Yeah,
but also kind of like paying
Yeah.
tribute to the old memories.
yeah, we're gonna make some new memories,
Yeah.
try to contribute to the old ones.
Yeah, that's
not
beautiful.
be, and be, try to be less sad, more happy.
Yeah. So I think that's important for people to hear, because when we go through grief, sometimes we almost feel like life's stopping, right?
Yeah,
But the way that you guys are handling it is you're moving on with life, even though,
Yeah.
you know, there's obviously this emptiness that you're feeling, but you guys are trying to fill that with some new memories,
yeah,
but also keeping her in mind throughout the whole time.
yeah.
Yeah.
As when I come here, I take my mind off it sometimes,
Mhm.
and sometimes it's hard.
Yeah. The thing I always appreciate about you, Vinny, is you always try to stay busy, you always talk to people, socialize, but when it does come up and you are thinking about your mom,
Yeah.
you ask someone, "Can I talk to you?"
Yeah, I always
And you
do,
share it. Yeah.
and I share it.
Yeah. And you're not afraid to be like vulnerable and open about it. I really appreciate that.
Thanks. That means a lot.
Yeah. Um, so what would you, if you had a friend or someone was talking to you and they just lost an important person in their life,
I
what
would-
advice would you give to them?
I would say, uh, something like, go to the store, send flowers, send a card, and and just go to the service, shake their hand, give them a hug and feel, say,
Oh, for you, if you
Yeah.
were, if like you were dealing with a friend,
yeah,
what advice would you give to someone else maybe though, that just lost someone?
I would say, uh, howdy, I would say, sorry for your loss.
What was helpful for you getting through it?
Shaking people's hands, talking to them, hugging them,
Yeah.
receiving flowers and,
Just kind of acknowledging all the people that care.
yeah. There was a lot of people that cared for me,
Yeah.
and Debbie was one of them.
Did that feel good to see all the people that
Yeah,
reached out?
yep.
Yeah.
And all my mom's friends
Yeah.
reached out for us. They came to the service.
Mhm.
We had like a gathering at the end at the Carriage Inn. And the service, I didn't cry at the service, I just cried at the hospital, but the service,
You kept it together the whole service?
the whole
Good for
time
you.
I was at the church,
Yeah,
I was different,
sure.
but other than that, now that I come here, I'm trying to keep positive.
Yep.
And I'm trying to get my mind off of it right
Mhm.
now.
Yep.
And doing this interview with you, I'm trying not to
You're doing a great job.
break down,
Yeah,
and I'm trying not to,
you're doing a great job, Vinny.
Thanks.
And I appreciate how open you are. I know it's a tough thing to talk about.
and I know it's just like you said, saying to me now, it's like a tough thing to do,
Mhm.
but I'm pulling through.
Yeah. So let's shift our conversation maybe to some of what your plans are for the future. Because I know that before we started to record, we were saying like, you know, Vinny, I wonder what some of your future plans are.
Oh, for my plans for the future, living on my own,
Okay, yeah.
driving a car, getting married,
So
getting a job.
and getting a job, yeah.
Yeah.
In that order, right? In that order. So yeah, so living on your own, that's something that's important to you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
still.
So what would that look like for you? Like what's your dream for living on your own?
I don't know, probably just packing up all my stuff and moving to a condo and everything.
Just packing up all the stuff and getting out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been living with my dad and my mom for a while since I was a kid.
Sure.
Now it's time for me to move on.
Yeah. What does that mean to you? Like, what will that goal mean to you? What will that say about you?
That I just want to become like independent.
Yeah.
Do my own shopping
Sure.
and maybe not like do much driving, do more walking if there's like stuff within walking distance.
Mhm.
Like say,
Using your community and things like that.
yeah,
Yeah. I know you already know this, Vinny, but like
Yes.
you already are super independent. Like
Yeah,
you don't need to be in your own apartment to tell you that. You
Yeah.
already do a ton. It sounds like you and your dad kind of take care of each other, which is
Yeah.
beautiful. But I do support your goal. I hope that you
Thanks.
continue to work towards
Thank you.
that. And then you mentioned wanting to get married one day.
Yeah,
So relationships are important to you, right?
yes,
And you're constantly seeking that love relationship, right?
yeah. But I've been on and off with relationships with girls so many times, and this is like my second to third breakup.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't want to break up with Deb, but I had to because she was being,
Well, sometimes, yeah, things come up that we have to make that decision, right? We don't want to
yeah,
go into too many details. But
not
so
so nice.
it can be a challenge finding
Yeah.
a good relationship,
But
right?
now I have Susie, and she is the one for me.
Yeah.
But other than that, before I met Susie and Deb, I had 12 other girlfriends in high school that wanted me.
What do you look for in someone that's going to be a potential partner?
I would like to have someone who's nice, uh, to me with kind of some respect.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to see who I am, and I want them to realize that I've been not feeling the love in the last few days.
Sure. So when they recognize that, like when you're not feeling the best, they are able to kind of help you feel,
Yeah,
pick you up a little bit, make you
Yeah.
feel better.
Mhm.
And also, I think one of the things you've told me in the past too is it's really important that they're not just respectful to you, but your family,
yeah,
especially your dad, right?
yes,
That's super important to you.
yeah.
Um, so Vinny, I want to ask you another question, kind of in like the positive light. What are some of like the achievements that you've made in your life that you feel proud of?
Well, let's say for instance, I was, just like I said, in Richmond with the food drive with me and Amanda, collecting food and collecting money that people donated. And that felt pretty good.
Oh, so you did a food drive?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
over the weekend,
This past weekend?
this past weekend,
Okay.
and that turned out to
So who
be,
did that food go to?
it was going to the Johnny Cake Center, and it's gonna make those people feel extra
The
special.
Johnny Cake Center in Richmond,
No, in Wakefield.
Wakefield, Rhode Island. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
The one that closed, then reopened.
Okay. And you do a lot of volunteer work, don't you?
Yeah, and my next goal is to volunteer at the library, and now again, it's like putting books on the shelf or getting them up for people
Mm-hmm.
who can't reach,
Yeah.
and that would be good for me.
You also have an event coming up that you were excited to tell people about
Yeah,
that you're involved in, right?
yep.
What's that? The beach cleanup?
The beach cleanup,
When is that?
October 4th.
Okay.
From 10 to 1
Yep. And where?
at East Mattoon State Beach,
Okay.
right near my house.
Sure.
And if you guys wanted to be part of it.
What do
so-
people have to do? They just show up or do
They
they have to
just-
sign up or anything?
Show up.
Is it through Saves the Bay or is it through a different organization?
It's through this organization.
It's Perspectives. It's a Perspectives event.
Yes.
Okay, great. So people just can show up.
Yep, and it's run by me and Angela.
Wait, you're running it?
Yeah, me and Amanda are running it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 10 a.m. Friday, October 4th at
Yeah.
East Mattoon State
Yeah,
Beach.
10 to 1.
Okay, and just people can just show up if they'd
Yeah.
like to be a part of it. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yes, you have to bring a pail, gloves, a piece of wood with a nail,
Okay.
poke up the trash, and that's it. Just clear up the beach.
All right.
Just pick up the trash.
So it's BYOP, bring your own pail, right?
Bring your own pail
Okay.
and bring your own poker.
And bring your own poker.
It's like a wood.
Yeah, a little stick that they can like pick up the things
Yeah,
and put it in the
or
bag
you
if they
make
want.
it,
Or they can just pick it up, right?
Or if that doesn't help, I go to like a store, buy one of those little grabbing things that picks up the trash,
Yeah,
and then just do it, or just use your hands.
one of those like claws
Yeah.
that they can, yeah,
Like
all
we
right,
do on TV.
sure.
Yeah, so anyway,
Anyways,
it's for a good cause,
yeah,
and That's it.
That's it. Well, Vinny, this was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing about your experience. And yeah, we're gonna wrap up. But I just want to, take another second just to thank you for being open. I know we were talking about some things that are really hard, and you did a wonderful job. So I want you to thank you for sharing. You want to say goodbye to everybody?
This is Vinny signing off. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Noticeably Invisible. We'll be back next week with another episode. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. And yeah, let's put this on Channel 10, please.
Yes, Vinny's requesting Channel 10. Thank you. Bye.
Bye for now.